The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They'll run it here. This is Buck Allen. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Sliding out of the pocket and seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
A first carry now for Alex Collins. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. First and 10 here for Flacco. Dancing to his left. Drops it underneath for Collins. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a second down. Nice job there, right, of just going through the progressions, finding the open man, even if it wasn't for a 25-yard gain.
Everything does not have to be spectacular. The mundane works pretty well in this league, as we just saw there.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. On first down, Flacco. That's complete. It's Collins. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and it's a second down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. First down, Ravens, as Flacco finds the former Cardinal John Brown. Here's a first down run with Collins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. On second down, Flacco to throw.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down. Third down, Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Joe Flacco, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. They go play action here on first down. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jared McKinnon. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football. They've got a 2nd down and 5 here to start things out.
11. 13. 11.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Pierre Garçon, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and 5. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Terrell Suggs coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Now a play fake here on first down. Flush to his right. And this one is incomplete. Well, CD, regular season inching closer. Looking at the ledger of the games, we'll just stick with the NFC right now, but it starts with a bang. Atlanta at Philly on the 6th.
How about the last 2 teams to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl head-to-head to start the season? The Falcons, they didn't win it. Philadelphia did. And then how about this for a second game? San Francisco at Minnesota. In normal years, it doesn't get as much attention, but how about now? Jimmy Garoppolo leading the 49ers to take on now Kirk Cousins' Minnesota Vikings.
Anything else there from the NFC Week 1 catching your eye?
Well, I think the Dallas Cowboys are killing.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Eric Armstead in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Let's go, hurry up.
And instead, they want to throw it off play action. Flushed out right. And this is going to be incomplete.
And absolutely zero surprise that that one was incomplete, huh? I mean, truthfully, how many OCs have we seen with 3rd and 20 on their play sheet and go, oh, I've got the exact play to dial up?
No, that's just a head scratching down when you're facing a 3rd and 20. Tried to complete it, couldn't get it done. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. That's pulled in at the 32. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. So here comes the 49er offense yet again. Let's discuss the 49er running game while they trot out there. Carlos Hyde is, of course, gone. He's now in Cleveland. What do you make of the backfield as we move into 2018?
A little bit jumbled right now here in the preseason because of a lot of injuries. Jerick McKinnon, who came over from Minnesota, expected to be their lead back. He's dinged up, will not play the rest of the preseason. Neither will Matt Breida nor Joe Williams. All of them out of action. So right now, the top 2 runners Raheem Mostert and Jeremy McNichols. McNichols from Boise State was with Tampa for a while last year before signing with the 49ers. And Mostert, as a kid, offered a surfing contract at one point before becoming an NFL running back.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. This is caught inside the 15. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, 45 yards. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Gold with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams, and that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
First and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Eric Armstead in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Flacco off play action. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. Flacco finding Crabtree for a big one. 61 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. He'll get it up the middle. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Third and goal, Flacco. This will be caught at about the 6. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Willie Snead, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens are in for 6. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
San Francisco's offense back onto the field. And take a moment to acknowledge the passing of Dwight Clark, one of the great ones back in June. And the Niners announced that this year they're going to wear number 87 logo on their helmets. A fitting tribute.
A fitting tribute indeed. One of the all-time greats for the San Francisco 49ers. And I often think how they saw him and got him on the team. And it was very simply this. Former coach Bill Walsh went to work out a quarterback named Steve Fuller at Clemson, and he needed someone to catch the ball, and they got Dwight Clark off the golf course to catch the football for him, and Coach Walsh walked away thinking, he might have something with this wide receiver, and the rest is history.
And, of course, he had the catch, and they're going to put a statue of that outside the stadium before their October 21st game.
And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. How can they continue to feed off that? And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
11.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. Looking for Garcon, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the longtime Charger, Eric Weddle. Oh, a heck of a move. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. Charles, when plays like that work, it's a thing to behold, but sometimes we see why they're buried deep in the playbook.
And how many times have we been at practice and heard all the other guys chirping about, you know, I used to play quarterback in high school, I can do this, until it becomes a game situation. Not quite the same in many cases.
Flacco looks to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And this is taken in at the 5. A big play there just before halftime. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Now it's Flacco, and that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it's going to be tipped up and picked off.
Flacco eluding the pressure right. This will be caught at about the 6. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Monday. Set. Waiting. Step away. Rocket. Hurry up.
On 3rd down, it's Allen. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This from 25 yards out. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end a drive, go into the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
That'll be taken in the end zone. First half in the book. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Terrell Suggs in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
12, 11.
On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be a second down. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Flacco fakes the give, sets to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward.
You know what? We got a second. I did want to take a look back to the Hall of Fame inductions. Took place in Canton on August 4th. And what stood out to you from the ceremonies, from the speeches that you heard?
Well, for me, beside the speeches, just remembering their careers, I really flashed back at how much I enjoyed watching Brian Dawkins play, and his speech was terrific as well. Robert Dr. Doom Brazil with the Houston Oilers, absolutely loved him as a player. And Jerry Kramer had to wait so long with the Green Bay Packers. For him to get in, I thought was terrific, and I can't wait for next year. First ballot eligible guys, Tony Gonzalez, Ed Reed, and Champ Bailey. That's a strong class.
Another star-studded cast.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Garoppolo looks to throw. To the right side, caught by Saleh. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First target, first catch, and a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Willie Henry in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Garoppolo now, and the pressure gets to him again.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now, the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Bearing it deep for Garcon. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And that goes as a gain of 37 on 3rd down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Back now in Baltimore. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. A dump down to McKinnon. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquise Goodwin, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. DeForest Buckner able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. Operating off play action. Flacco. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Hurry up.
They fake the handoff. Now Flacco to pass. Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
Three wide. Hurry up.
Play action. Flacco. Being chased out left. And he's taken down. Trying to do a little too much. Getting outside of the pocket. And it results in a sack.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Flacco from midfield. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go deep. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Well, when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? You're exactly right. It takes some fortitude to call that type of a play. But when it doesn't work, oh, boy, you wish you hadn't.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Collins. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Flacco and the Ravens now, after the sack, need something good here on 3rd and long. From the gun, Flacco. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
To pass, Flacco. Looking deep for Crabtree. And no, it's incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
13.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And able to find Garcon. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. He's back to throw. Screenplay, McKinnon. And he'll be out of bounds. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary.
And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Jerick McKinnon taking it in. And the 49ers have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Over the middle here to Brown. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big hook up there. Flacco to the speedster Brown. 43 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The Ravens moving quickly here as the clock runs. They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. DeForest Buckner in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
And this offense needs a touchdown. A field goal won't get it done in this situation. But after giving up back-to-back sacks, things are looking a little bit bleak.
He's going to let it fly.
And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And you can just about put this one in the win column for the 49ers. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, Garoppolo's going to throw it. Robinson's got it. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Here again is McKinnon. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence. And you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. And a solid run down inside the 30. A great come from behind victory.
I got so much speed, barely sleep. Paranoia got me losing on my Z's all day. Good Lord, mama praying on the knees all day. If you still frontin' when I up it, I'ma squeeze. Bad companies, bad for your company. Bad companies, bad for your company. Company in the ski mask, case you come for me. Got